Hi guys, good day. You're welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is to inform you that the Erasmus Mundus GrEnFin, which means the Greening Energy Market and Finance, the Erasmus Mundus Joint Masters application for the 2026 to 2028 awardee is currently open. And like I've done for almost 60 currently open programs, I'm checking the deadline, the requirements, who are eligible, what the selection committee will be using as a criteria to rank and select the awardees. And also, let's see if we have the deadline. Definitely, we'll see that on the application website. My advice for you is to ensure you read everything on the application website. In the video description, you'll be finding the application link. And this will be a two-in-one video because I'll be discussing GrEnFin and another currently open program. So if you are interested in winning Erasmus Mundus program, please ensure you watch the video till the end to know if you're actually eligible for this opportunity. And this navigation of the application page will really be helpful for people to know if you are eligible even before starting the application. And also, this will help first-time applicants a lot. So the deadline for this opportunity is January 8th, 2026. And like I discussed in the content where I discuss how time zone affects your application, I would advise you submit your application on January 7th because time zone actually can affect your application. So if you don't know what that means, I have a playlist that I've named the complete and easy to follow Erasmus Mundus guide. I'll be attaching it to this video to be on the top right corner before the end of the video. Let's check what we have on GrEnFin. Let's check criteria selection for the for the selection committee to select who will actually win the scholarship. They'll be looking at the academic background and performance. They'll be checking the professional and extracurricular experiences and motivation, proficiency in English language, and your letter of recommendation from either your former academic supervisor or a professional. So you have the choice here. So let's check what the requirements of GrEnFin are to apply. Let's see what you need to get ready. Okay, we already know the deadline, and this is the time zone. Let's see what we have. Let's see the requirements. Read everything on the website. So to apply for GrEnFin, you must have a bachelor's degree in either mathematics, physics, economics, statistical sciences, IT, or engineering. Let's check the English language proficiency requirement. We have it here. Let's see what are acceptable. Let's see, we have exemption for people who do not have the tests. Okay. We have this. Read everything and follow instructions strictly. So download all and read thoroughly and understand all the information therein. So to apply, let's check the requirement. Okay. Let's check. Okay. Read everything thoroughly. You'll be needing your certificate and transcript, recommendation letter, English language proficiency. So to start your application, you can click how to apply and start from here. Create an account, register if you're new. Okay. Start from there. So let's talk about Bioceb. Bioceb is one of the programs I discussed recently that got their funding renewed, and it was a mixture of new programs and programs that got their funding renewed. So the deadline for Bioceb is mid or end January 2026. The exact date has not been communicated. So keep checking the website as you work on your application. You see that you are actually eligible for the opportunity. So these are the list of requirement for Bioceb. Bioceb is an European Master in Biological and Chemical Engineering for a sustainable bioeconomy. It's a 2 years master's. If you've watched my 15 fact about Erasmus Mundus, you should know that not all programs under Erasmus Mundus are 2 years master. Some are 18 months, some are uh, even less. So the requirements include your passport or your ID, which can be accepted from European students only. ID in form of resident permit. You need your CV, and I recommend it's already here, Europa CV. If you don't know how to create that, the playlist I'll be attaching to the video before the end as a step-by-step guide on how to create your Europa CV. In that video, I shared my CV with which I won 2 fully funded Erasmus Mundus scholarships. So also you need a letter of motivation. Make sure you follow instructions strictly. It should be between 1 and 2 pages. And the letter should be addressed to the Bioceb consortium. If you don't know how to write a motivation letter, I've shared mine and I gave few tips on how you can write yours. Make sure you don't plagiarize. Make sure you are not writing with AI. That's a very important advice I'll give you. You need your certificate and transcript, which should be translated in English. And you need 2 recommendation letters. It should be stamped, signed, and if possible, use the template. I will advise you to use the template. It's right here. Download and give to your referees. There must be 2 different referees. It could be either academic or professional. If you don't know what that means, I've talked a lot about who should be your referee, what should be your recommendation letter, and how you can have an outstanding application. In the playlist, it's a complete and easy to follow Erasmus Mundus guide. It's on the channel and it will be attached to this video. You also need to prove your English language proficiency. Let's see, apart from the third score, you can use a proficiency letter from your university for people who are not financially capable to write a test. So TOEFL, IELTS are always valid for your applications. If you are financially capable, I advise you write it. It was a mandatory requirement for my application when I won Erasmus Mundus. So I wrote the exam. I wrote IELTS academic, and I had a 7.0. And the playlist, if you are planning to write IELTS, I have a video there that can really help you. I did a live session with another Erasmus Mundus scholar from Indonesia who had 8.5 over 9, really huge score. So if you don't have any of this test score, uh, there's an exemption here if you have earned a degree in an English medium program. So for Nigerians, for Ghanaians, for Kenyans, for Indians, and Pakistanis, and all who have studied in English, proficiency letter from university is acceptable for Bioceb. And I wish you all the best with the application as you go on with it. I look forward to celebrating you. So apart from all I've mentioned, you also need to prove your place of residence. If you don't know what that means, I recently talked about it. Check my channel, check on that video. It's also in the playlist. I'll be attaching everything you need is in that playlist. I wish you all the best. For another requirement is a copy of your high school diploma. For Nigerians, your WAEC is okay to do this. For others, your high school certificate is enough. Also, put in every document that you think are relevant to Bioceb for chemical engineering, biological engineering, or every internship, employment certificate, and everything you've done that relates to the objective of Bioceb. Before you start your application, read the objective and every other thing on the website. Read everything on the website. Also, if you have a disability, if you are from a war zone, if you have a special need, please write it in your motivation letter, put in the proof, and you do well. I wish you all the best. So, like so many other Erasmus Mundus program, no document may be sent by post or email at that stage. So make sure you attach everything on the online application website and make sure you are submitting a single application for Bioceb. Don't don't submit don't duplicate your application like sending one, then realizing you make a mistake and sending another. So that's kind of you don't know which one will be assessed. Make sure you take your time. It's not a first come first serve application. So you can even submit in December, you can submit early January. Do not rush your application. Take your time. And I wish you the best. We know the deadline now. We know the list of requirements. Let's check what the selection committee want to actually grade. Let's see who are eligible. So with a bachelor's degree in engineering or science, including a strong background in at least one of this, you are eligible for this opportunity. And the selection committee will be looking at just these 5. Your excellence, we show your certificate and transcript to weigh up to 35. This is why I tell people in the university currently to work on their CGPA. It's a lot. It really matters. Also, your background and experience. Make sure you are applying. If your bachelor's degree is in that list of eligible programs, don't waste your time. And that will weigh up to 10%. Your motivation letter and how it relates to the objective of Bioceb, we weigh up to 20%. Your recommendation letters, we weigh 5% each. So do not take anything with levity. And finally, your interview weigh up to 25. But currently, for the first stage, make sure you focus on these 4. I wish you all the best with your application. You'll do well, definitely. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel if not, and do not forget to share. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.